You're fast-tracking white South Africans for refugee status under a manufactured claim that they are the victims of genocide. Secretary, you and I served together in Congress for 15 years. We didn't always agree, but I believe we shared some common values: a belief in defending democracy and human rights abroad and honoring the Constitution at home. That's why I voted to confirm you. I believed you would stand up for those principles. You haven't. You've done the opposite. And you used to speak with conviction about the importance of foreign aid as a tool to advance American values and interests. Then you stood by while Elon Musk took a chainsaw to USAID and other assistance programs. That has left a staggering toll: broken trust with countries, openings for China and other adversaries, and countless preventable deaths of children and others. Take Sudan, for example. The freezing of U.S. humanitarian assistance forced the closure of nearly 80% of the emergency food kitchens there. 2 million famine-affected people were left without access to food. People died because of those actions: mothers, fathers, and children. Tons of emergency food that could have saved their lives was left rotting in warehouses because you and Elon Musk refused to let USAID do its job. Sudan is a country where, by the administration's own determination, a genocide is unfolding in Darfur. But here's where it goes from cruel to despicable. While cutting off food aid to Sudanese families living through an actual genocide, you're fast-tracking white South Africans for refugee status under a manufactured claim that they are the victims of genocide. You tried to block the admission of individuals who had already been approved to come here as refugees while making bogus claims to justify granting such status to Afrikaners. You've made a mockery of our country's refugee process, turning it into a system of global apartheid where political ideology and race, more than truth or need, matter. And while you've turned away from a genocide in Sudan and invented one in South Africa, you teamed up with President Trump to throw the Ukrainian people under the bus and have been played like a fiddle by Vladimir Putin. Of course, Donald Trump not only said he would end the war in Ukraine on day one, he also said he would end the war in Gaza on day one. And yet last week, you were all running around to Gulf states, giving away very sensitive American AI and chips technology, but doing nothing to end the war in Gaza and get the remaining hostages returned.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job, based on what I know.
Well, that's just a flippant statement, Mr. Secretary.
Yeah, you feel him now. These people are getting exposed one by one. Honey, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This one, the stepdaughter just last week came forward and actually said, Aibo, this guy is not even Afrikaner. He's white, yes, but he's not Afrikaner. And he's just taking advantage of this refugee status, and the guy did respond, telling us about the things that he has done for that stepdaughter. It was a long story, but to cut it short, the guy is not even Afrikaner, according to his stepdaughter. This one is an alleged BEE beneficiary, the same laws that he criticized. And then this one is said to join her husband, honey. She was like, free tickets. I've been wanting to join my husband in Melika. Let me just go. Okay, South African Afrikaner refugee accused of exploiting U.S. resettlement program to join her husband in the United States. Jacqueline Botham, a 52-year-old Afrikaner woman, is in the center of controversy after allegedly using the U.S. refugee resettlement program to gain entry into the country under questionable pretenses. Okay? Yeah, those people, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Well, I don't really, listen, man, I don't blame the people. Flee their countries every day for greener pastures, for better opportunities. It's nothing new. But what is annoying about this whole entire situation is these people are lying. And they're creating tensions between countries. Anyway, moving on. So a lot of people are not quite pleased that the president will be accompanied by Rupert. As you guys know, when, people that were accompanying him, or the ministers rather, that were accompanying him when all of this was announced, it wasn't mentioned that actually Rupert will also be coming with the president to meet with Donald Trump. But as I've mentioned yesterday, that this whole meeting was initiated by Rupert. Okay, for our president to even get a chance to meet Donald Trump, it was because of Rupert's connection. Rupert is a mutual friend between Cyril Ramaphosa and Donald Trump. Just like, for our president, for Cyril, it was quite difficult for him to engage diplomatically with the United States. Okay, so Donald Trump only agreed to meet Cyril Ramaphosa after Rupert actually initiated a call between Cyril and Donald Trump. So I guess to a certain extent, it does make sense for Rupert to accompany Cyril Ramaphosa. Politically, it doesn't make sense for him to be in that meeting, but influentially, it does make sense for him to join the meeting. Okay, now we also know that Elon Musk will also be joining the meeting. The meeting is expected. It's happening today, like I said. Now, SABC News did report that the meeting is expected to happen around 5:30 p.m., but they didn't really specify South African time or American time. If it's Washington, D.C. time, then, we are 8 hours apart, ne? If I'm not mistaken, I think we're 8 hours apart. But I'll still keep you guys updated, and you'll just catch it in the morning. But I hope, they meant 5 p.m. South African time. Critics was like, in South Africa, they will teach you to hate Rupert, who created thousands of jobs for blacks. And clap hands for Lord Edwin Sodi, who smash baddies, and Mam Kize, who buy Gucci's and rub it on our faces and call it black excellence. Okay, now while some people are scared for our president that the president of the United States is just going there to just embarrass him, belittle him, and all of that, others have faith in President Cyril Ramaphosa, and they're highlighting that he's not a weak president. He's a good negotiator. We shall see, man. We shall see how the meeting goes. The FF is not quite pleased with Rupert being there, but I guess, whatever the president wants, the president gets. And if the president wanted to take or so fit, to take Rupert with, then so be it. Other people are saying, what they love about Cyril Ramaphosa is his emotional intelligence. He doesn't just speak. He doesn't just act. He has emotional intelligence. So they trust that all will be well. Anyway, do let me know, guys, what you think in the comment section down below.
We've got one common enemy, and that enemy is Rupert, who owns the whole of South Africa. That is the man we must have a problem with.